Hello,
Hi.
how are you?
Good.
Good. What are you eating today?
Uh, just some uh, buns and eggs.
Buns and eggs. Sounds nice. Very good. And what are you doing this weekend?
Uh, kind of like a normal week.
Kind of like a normal week. Why only kind of?
No, it's like there's a new thing added and there's a thing canceled. So
Sorry, what did you say?
there's a new thing added and a a a class canceled.
Oh, one class cancelled, one class added. That's cool. What class did you add?
Uh oh, it's just a museum.
Oh, well, that's cool. All right. And what did you do this week? Anything interesting?
What? Today is the start of the week.
Last week.
Oh. I think it's kind of like a normal week.
Okay, kind of like a normal week and kind of like a normal weekend. That sounds very normal. And you wrote your report. Well done. I've read it already. Would you like to look straight through that now, or do you have any other interesting news to tell me first?
No.
No? Okay, well, let's look at your report. Here we go. Ba 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 ba.
Wait, I think I know.
What?
It's like we had house basketball.
Oh, cool. And how did your house do?
I don't know because the results not on.
Well, can't you remember?
No,
Okay.
but like year 3 play first and then year 4.
Oh, I see. How did your class do? Hello?
Yeah, so I only know our score. I
Yeah.
don't.
What was your score? How did your class do?
That's not our class. It's the whole of year 3, and we have different matches from different sides. So I only know my part of it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I will see. Fingers crossed. I hope you did well. How do you think you did? Did your class win? Did your team win? Did your game win?
No, I
No.
don't think so because it's kind of like we always like do draws.
Oh, okay. So did you draw this time?
It's like oh 0, 0, 0, 0.
Oh, well, that shows that both teams are very good because nobody could score. Okay, well, let's keep going. Let's read this. Here you go. I've read this already. I think it's very good. You read it.
Life straw. The life straw is an amazing technology that's providing people in developing countries with clean water around the world. It is easy to use and cheap for people to buy. First of all, who invented it? Why? It is invented by the Vescard, a Swiss company. They invented a life straw because only 1/9 of the people are able to have clean water around the world. More than 3.4 million end up dying every year from diseases related to pollution.
What letter is this?
E.
Okay. I thought it was an I.
Therefore, what's the solution? Life straw is a straw that cleans up to 264 gallons of water. The measure is a tube about 23.5 centimeters long with a string attached so the user can wear it around their necks. Most importantly, how do it work? The water enters the live straw, hollow fibers, which is the bottom. It traps the diseases while clean water passes through. To use it, a person simply sticks the live straw directly into the water source and drinks from the top of the straw. Warning, you cannot drink salt water with live straws. Salts are also chemicals. The straws cannot remove chemicals from water. It can cause pain in throat and stomach. It can make you feel dizzy and others. Finally, are there other people that are related to lifestyles? Well, I know.
You could say, I know of one.
Oh,
Okay, keep going.
her name is Isa.
Ilsa.
Oh yeah, Elsa Longet. She fundraised her money by walking more than 200 kilometers carrying
Ging.
her baby and was barefoot. People was amazed and gave her money. Isa used
Ilsa.
all the money to buy life straws and traveled all the way to Africa to teach the people there how to use life straws and gave the life straws she bought. Now she is well she will be
Good.
remembered.
Oh, you could say she is well remembered. You could say she is remembered well.
Oh, she is well remembered.
Okay.
A life. In conclusion, life straw can save hundreds of lives and is easy to use.
Yeah, great job. Good. You included so many great details. Your writing was concise and clear and accurate, mostly. So well done. It's a great report. Can you remember, what did we say was going to be the main idea of the report? Perfect way to provide clean drinking water to people in developing countries. So the only way that I think you could make it a bit better is by just coming back to that main idea, like kind of explaining that main idea a bit more clearly. Okay. So that's why it's so important to have a main idea in your plan too, because then everything you write, you can always relate it. Everything you write, you can always relate it back to the main idea. So, like, say this part here, you can talk about here. You can say it's a big problem. Clean water is a big problem in developing countries, right? You could if you just say that, well, don't say it, if you just write it clearly, this shows that especially in developing countries, access to clean water is a big problem, right? Then that will relate it back to your main idea. And then this one, when you talk about it's easy to use, right? You can say that means the people don't need any training, they don't need special equipment. That means it's perfect for people in developing countries who lots of them don't have access to education either. And they definitely can't buy special equipment. So what I mean is, every paragraph, come back to the main idea and just explain why that's important for the main idea. Okay?
Okay, I understand.
Okay. So that's what we're going to work on when we make this plan this week. We're going to think of the main idea first, okay?
So
and then
every paragraph.
Yeah, because like you need a reason to put that paragraph in, right? Don't just put the paragraph in for
So every
fun.
paragraph needs to have a sentence. Every paragraph need to have an ending sentence that could reflect the main.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be the ending sentence, but in every paragraph, make sure that you relate that to the main idea.
So every paragraph need a sentence.
Yeah. So like, let's just quickly get the whiteboard. So, why can't I find any buttons today? Here we go. Pen, big. So, the main idea is life straw. Life straw is perfect for developing countries, right? So, in the first paragraph, that's just an intro. That's fine. Oops, one intro. And then your second paragraph, you outline the problem of access to clean drinking water in developing countries, right? So that's important because it demonstrates that there is a problem that Life Straw can solve. 3, I think in paragraph 3, you talked about what is Life Straw and why is, so then you can relate it back to your main idea, right? By saying, why is, well, you can say a solution to the problem of, a solution to the problem of clean drinking water.
1 L for solution or is it 2 L for solution?
1, and I did notice that in your thing. We're going to come back to editing next. 4, you talked about how to use it. And then to relate it back to your main idea, you could say it's people in, we're going to say LDCs, that means less developed countries.
Oh, so it's like every paragraph need a main sentence. Like,
well, yeah, every paragraph should have a topic sentence which will introduce that paragraph, right?
so every paragraph needs a sentence that could reflect on the main sentence.
Exactly. Usually you can put that in the topic sentence or the ending sentence of that paragraph. Well, usually the topic sentence will relate it, and then the ending sentence will link it to the next idea. Okay. But you can do that the other way around too. It's all just, whichever works best when you're writing.
Every sentence, every paragraph needs a sentence that could reflect to the main sentence.
To the main paragraph, the main idea.
Main idea of the passage. Okay. Every paragraph needs a sentence that could reflect to the main idea.
Yeah, exactly. Because you kind of like, I understand why all of those paragraphs are in there, but it just makes your writing a bit stronger if you show why this information is important, okay? And then it gives a reason for every paragraph. I know every paragraph did have a reason, but you can just say that, write it clearly, and then the reader will see why you wrote that paragraph, okay? So here, what I've done here is I've shown you the paragraphs you put, and then the way you can relate it. So what is a life straw? It's a solution to the problem. It's easy to use. That's good because people don't have access to education. It's cheap. That's good because they don't have money. You can put Ilse's story in there, but relate it to the main idea and say, this is how she changed the lives of many people using life straws.
I'm going to do a screenshot.
Okay.
What? Yeah, that's it. Oh.
I haven't finished. Sorry, I'm too busy talking.
And to delete that photo.
Relate every paragraph back to the main idea. You can do this. And every paragraph should have a topic sentence, which can relate it to the main idea. Link it to the previous paragraph.
No! You floated on the other side.
It's okay, I'm going to just stretch it. And the third point was usually, because it's not always, but to help your paragraph flow. To help your writing flow, paragraphs can have a final sentence, which basically the final sentence can do what the topic sentence doesn't do. So like if your topic sentence relates it to the main idea, then the final sentence can relate it to the next idea. Or if your topic sentence doesn't relate it to the previous idea, then your final sentence can. Okay.
What?
Don't worry. You have a topic sentence, right?
Yeah.
The topic sentence will relate the paragraph to the main idea. Or the topic sentence can relate it to the previous paragraph. So like say if you're talking about cheap, right? You talk about how the life straw is really cheap. It's so cheap, it's great. They don't have lots of money. The next paragraph could start by saying, the life straw isn't only cheap, it's also easy. Okay. And then by doing that, it's like instead of having one idea, idea 2, idea 3, idea 4, then it links them together. And then your paragraph flows and does a dance like this.
But and then it's like that. What could I do for the next sentence to leave?
Well, the next sentence is just going to support the topic sentence of that paragraph. So I'll give you an example in a second. Let me just finish writing this. We can screenshot and then we'll do the next example. Okay, so, there you go. That's the first bit of feedback.
Can I screenshot it now or?
Yes, you can screenshot this one now.
What? Okay.
Okay. Feedback number 2 is this one, the examples. So let me show you an example. Okay. Life straws only cost, where's my dollar sign? $22, I think, I can't remember. And can clean up to how many gallons? 264?
Yeah.
That is great value for money. One person could use the same life straw for almost a year. And then we're going to relate it back to the previous idea, right? That's great value for money. This is important. Relate it back to the main idea. Okay, this is important for developing. This is important for people in developing countries who don't usually have access, or just don't usually have a lot of spare money and need solutions to be cost effective. And guess what? I forgot to put in a topic sentence. So I'm going to put it in here. Life straws are a great solution for people in developing countries because they are cheap. Okay. So I've given you my topic sentence. It's related it back to the main idea. And it's told you the topic, they're cheap. Then I've given you the next sentence that's going to support the topic sentence. And another one explains the topic sentence. And then this one explains further and relates it again back to the main idea. Okay. And now my next paragraph is going to say, life straws aren't only cheap, they're also...
But what else could you say? You only can say life straws are cheap.
What do you mean?
What else could you say instead of life straws are cheap? Aren't only cheap.
Well, you could say another benefit of life straws is that they are easy to use.
Oh.
Okay. But if we say they aren't only cheap, that's kind of really clearly linking it from this idea, linking it into the next idea. Okay.
Yes.
Life straws aren't only cheap, they're also easy to use. I'm going to make this a bit smaller so we can put notes on either side. They're also easy to use. All the user has to do is put the end of the straw directly into the water source and drink from the top of the straw. And then you talk about the fibers and blah, 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 blah. That's great. I'm just going to put this in by my own words. The fibers in the straw will filter the water, allowing clean water to pass through. And then I'm going to relate it back to my main idea again. Okay. I'm going to say sustainable solutions to developing countries' problems need to be user-friendly. And that's going to link us to our next topic, which we're going to start today, user-friendly. Need to be user-friendly and work best when they don't require lots of training or technical equipment. Okay. So now I'm going to quickly put some notes in red.
And then screenshot.
Yeah. Topic sentence, which introduces the idea of this paragraph and relates to the main idea. That's this one here. And then I've got supports the topic sentence. And then I've got this one, explains. And then explains and again relates to the main idea. Okay, and then over here I've got topic sentence which relates to the previous paragraph for flow. Flow is very important because it makes your writing like nicer to read. And then I've got, again, explains the fibers in the straw, supports sustainable, and then here we go again, explains why this is important and relates back to the main idea. Okay, so you can see in both of these paragraphs, I've related it to the main idea, and I have included sentences that support the idea of this paragraph. Okay. Let me just put that at the bottom.
Oh my, you wrote to the box. Oh no, I think I cannot open your because then I cannot screenshot. So bye-bye.
Why can't you screenshot?
I cannot screenshot you in it because I need to cover all of our faces because so I can.
Oh, okay. So you're not going to see the funny face I make while you screenshot.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh dear. All right. Well, here we go.
I'm finished.
Okay. But like, I'm telling you this just to make your writing even better. I'm not saying that your writing was bad and this is how to make it good. I'm saying your writing was good, but this is how you can just make it even better. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good. I'm glad you understand that. Editing is going to take us, well, we've been doing this for a long time now. So we're going to quickly edit. I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to try and get you to do it yourself. Oh, too far. Okay. Are you ready? Title, if it's 2 words, both words need a capital.
No,
If it's
it's one. Oh, no, it's one word.
1 word.
Yeah, it's one word.
Okay. If it's 1 word, then that's fine. Life straw. You know what? If you have a title, the title can even give the main idea, just to make it even more clear and even easier for you to always relate back to that main idea. Okay.
What do you mean?
So your life straw could say, life straw, a cheap and easy solution for the problem of clean drinking water.
What?
Okay. So just remember, always, always, always relate back to your main idea of your paragraph. Let's keep going. Life Straw is an amazing technology that's providing people in developing countries with clean drinking water around the world. It's easy and cheap for people to buy, first of all. This sentence here, good job. I completely get why you added it. It's like the topic sentence. But you could say, yeah. Okay, I think I should just leave that. A Swiss company, they invented life straw because only 1/9 of people are able to have clean water around the world. More than 3.4 million what?
People?
Yeah, so you need to add that, okay. More than 3.4 million people end up dying every year from diseases related to polluted water. Therefore, what's the solution? Good. You've opened the paragraph using a linking word, whatever you want to call that. But therefore is the wrong one. Therefore means like, if you say something and then the next thing you say is because of the first one, that's when you use therefore. So I could say like, I am a man, therefore I play computer games. Or
No.
I am a teacher, therefore I liked speaking. Okay. So therefore we need to change for something like so, but we don't really open a paragraph with so. So you could say, oh, you know what? Let's just change this whole thing and say, but no, we can't start with but either, but we can say, luckily there is a solution. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So that one we can't use therefore like that, but we can say, luckily there is a solution. But I like that you started with a question. It's a good, interesting style. Just, I think in this case.
Luckily, what's the solution?
Yeah, luckily there's a solution. Life straw, yeah, just in this case, it's easier to have a sentence. Life straw is a straw that cleans up to 2.4 gallons, 264 gallons of water. About. You can't say it is about 78.9 millimeters because that is incredibly specific. So we just say it is. You could say it's a tube. No, not of. Just say it's, yeah. You can't say about if you're going to say exactly that it's 23.5 centimeters long. With a string attached to the user can wear it around their necks.
23, not about.
Yeah.
Wait, but does it make sense? Like
We say it's a 23.5 centimeter long tube. Okay.
It is a what?
It is a 23.5 centimeter long tube.
3.5 centimeters. Centimeters long tube.
Yeah, there you go. I've got a screenshot of that one for you. Bong. Next page. Most importantly, how does it work? You know that one. Most importantly, how does it work?
Wait, but okay.
What?
Is it past tense or is it present?
This is present.
Wait.
Present simple because we're talking about just a general truth. How does the thing work?
Okay.
The water enters the life straws, hollow fibers. This sentence I would write differently, just for easier, clearer style. The water enters the hollow fibers at the bottom of the life straw.
What?
Here. The water enters the hollow fibers at the bottom of the life straw, which trap the diseases.
So confusing.
Okay, that's just gives it a bit clearer style, but just that's not important. Well, clean water passes through. To use it, a person simply sticks the life straw directly into the water source and drinks from the top of the straw. Warning: you cannot drink salt water with life straws. Salts are also chemicals. The straw cannot remove chemicals from water. It can cause pain in the throat and stomach.
Okay.
It can make you feel dizzy and others, yeah, okay. I think most importantly, it can dehydrate you and make you die. Finally, are there other people that are related to life straws? Okay. You could say, instead of saying that, you can make your topic sentence. Instead of saying that, you can just, again, make your topic sentence a bit more punchy and just say, one woman called Ilse Longet changed the lives of millions of changed, not millions, she didn't change the lives of millions. One woman called Ilse Longet has a special attachment to life straws. There you go. She fundraised her money.
Yeah, I need to screenshot that.
Yeah, that would be easier than copying. Ding. Okay. Did you do it?
But I think on mine it said, how does it work?
Okay, cool. Did you screenshot?
Not yet.
Okay, quick, screenshot.
Okay.
Okay. Last one. By walking barefoot with her baby.
What? Why?
Barefoot. People were amazed and gave her money. Yes, he used all the money to buy life straws and traveled all the way to Africa to teach the people there how to use life straws and gave them the life straws she bought. Here we go. This is one. To teach the people there, and then you don't put a full stop. Just make it all one sentence and then a full stop at the end, not a question mark. So this is one sentence: to teach the people there how to use life straws. It's called an embedded question. And gave them the life straws she had bought. Tense. Now she is well remembered. In conclusion, a life straw can save hundreds of lives with a V. And now we are finished. Let's go to our next topic. Are you ready?
No, but on mine it's a V.
Okay, good. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's go. We finished that unit, by the way. We're going to move to a new unit about the internet. Can you see what these people are doing?
Yeah, play internet games.
Yeah. How did you know that?
Because I saw it.
Why is your voice so clear now? Are you moving really close to the iPad?
No?
Okay. Maybe when you turn off the video, your voice gets clearer. Look, this guy. Look, they've all got like drinks and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think that's the
And
old.
this guy just has a cactus.
Is this the old kind?
Old kind of what?
Like the old kind playing machine.
The old kind of games,
Yeah,
or the old kind of computer?
the old kind of computers.
They look like old computers, but nowadays, these types of games, they need such a powerful computer that the only way people can make their computer powerful enough is by having a very big computer.
What kind of games is this?
I have no idea. An online game. So yeah, but they look like old computers. That's just because they need to have this old style of computers just to make it powerful enough. They fill it up with such powerful machinery that they need to power these games.
Yeah, but why do they need to go to these places?
Because they're geeks. They're nerds. They just want to play computer games together. Okay. This is an online gaming festival where everybody can go together and play games online together.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're talking. They're just looking at their.
Yeah, they're not even together, are they? They could just be in their bedroom. They're just looking at the computer screen anyway. This guy, look, he's eating some noodles. Man, these guys are losers. Do you play lots of online games like this?
No.
Good. Because if you did play lots of online games like this, you'd end up looking like him.
Wow.
So anyway, what do you usually do on the internet?
Research.
Yeah, me too. Anything else?
And sometimes I go to classes on.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like this one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else? Do you go on like social media and chat to all of your friends?
No, I don't have my own social.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you don't have friends.
What?
No, I don't have friends. How about do you play those games where you can be like a little man and you walk around and you say, "Hello, my name is Kelly."
I don't know that.
Okay, good. Lots of people played that in Thailand.
And I think sometimes I just like see emails.
Oh yeah, communication, right? So your main uses are research, education, communication.
Communication.
Yeah. So there you go. Do you think our lives have been improved by the internet?
Yes and no. Because if you say it's like these people, no. If you say it like me, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but sometimes you have internet thieves.
Yeah, internet crime, right? Yeah. I think, yeah, you're completely right. The internet has opened up so many more possibilities for humanity.
Yeah, and 5G.
Yeah, exactly. But there's also a lot of wasted time and wasted lives like these guys that get stuck in the internet.
Yeah,
And
and they look really serious.
Yeah. And also, there's a lot of cybercrime because of the internet. So, yeah, I think you just summed it up perfectly. Let's keep going. Do some vocabulary, and then we're going to set some homework.
Sometimes the internet.
So,
Sometimes the internet's just too slow. Dad cannot use it, so sometimes the internet's bad.
yeah. Can you even remember? You weren't even alive before the internet, were you?
No.
No. When were you born? 1990? No. You weren't even born in the 1990s, were you? I bet you were born in like 2003,
No, I'm
2001.
2010.
10. Whoa, 2010. What year is it now? 2019.
2001.
Yeah, I just realized, oops, that was a stupid guess. 2010. Wow, you weren't even born in the first decade of this millennium. But yeah, before the internet, the world was a very, very different place. Everybody was
Yeah, look at
isolated.
these people looking at their phones.
Yeah, we didn't have phones before that. We did have phones. We had a telephone in our house, but not just a mobile phone that we could just carry around and call people wherever we want.
Do you know some of us have the kind my grandmother, they don't want a phone. They always carry the phone like that, and then you have numbers down there, and
Yep.
then
I got my first mobile phone when I was 11, and
oh no,
when I was 11, I got my first mobile phone, and it looked like this. It was the red one.
oh,
Yep, that was the first
that's
phone I ever had.
good.
And before that, people didn't really have mobile phones. They only started getting popular about when I was about 11.
I think these phones are just for calling.
Yeah, you could send a message, but you could only put in something like 50 letters in the message.
What? Oh, then
Yeah.
you could put 50 letters in the second one.
Yeah, but then that costs more money. You have to pay every time you send it because there was no internet. You just have to pay to send a message.
Oh my.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go back to work. Yeah, so the world was a different place before the internet.
Google's so good. Google's the first.
Yeah, we didn't even have Google when I was a kid. We just had.
But Google's actually, do you know in Chinese they block Google, so we need to use them.
Yeah, that's what we're going to look on the next page. Ba, 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 ba.
And you know, we always need to do our homework on Google because we need to search for a website, and then when I use Google, it's not working, and then I need to use the shadow look, and it's still not working, and I don't know why.
Oh no, that makes it much more difficult. What about Baidu? Can't you search on Baidu?
It's hard to search on Baidu because it's a UK. It's like my mass. You can just search on internet. It's not on Baidu.
Oh, okay. So I thought Baidu was just like Chinese Google. But there is like a Chinese Google, right? What's it called?
I don't know.
Well, if you can't use Google, where do you search?
Firefox or Explorer.
Okay. So you can just search on those on those browsers, and it will just search for you.
Yeah, Baidu's like the fourth.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Can you read these, please? Yeah, it is a search engine. Chinese language search engine. But you need to search English stuff because you're at an English school. Now I get it. Okay, read.
Okay, how often do you log to Facebook? No, I don't log on Facebook. Is there a website that you check every day? Alexa.com tracks millions of internet users and compiles a list of most visited websites. Here are its 2017 ranking of the top 10 websites worldwide. I'm surprised the world's most popular website is Google. It indicates the mayor of the internet use is driven by the search for information.
Just
YouTube
like you.
are the next most popular, followed by Baidu in the fourth place. Launched in 2000, Baidu is leading Chinese language search engine. The India version of Google also makes the list of 8th place.
Very good.
Google.
Yeah, so this shows, first, people use it for research. Second, they use it for entertainment. Third, they use it for communication.
Yeah, but I don't use Facebook. It's like the Chinese version of.
Yeah. And again, Facebook is not good for kids. I think it's good that you don't use Facebook.
I use WeChat. No, I don't have WeChat.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, there we go. So that's the introduction information. Let's do some vocabulary, and then we're going to set some homework. Here you go. Look at these words. I think you know most of them. Are there any there that you don't know?
Potential.
Okay.
What's potential?
You're about to find out. Do you know collaborate?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That was the one I thought you wouldn't know. All right, let's do these sentences. Put the vocabulary word in there, please.
A person is a person who takes part in something. A participant.
Good.
A is that's a word. A is.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense. When you want something, you try to find out what happened or feature. Oh no, investigate.
Good.
Gate. Okay. Information and statistics are correct to a very detailed level. Accurate.
Accurate. Yeah, accurate.
Okay. So what means? Oh, that's collaborate.
Good.
What's actually potential?
You're going to find out soon.
I'm gonna drink some water first.
Okay. Me too.
Contribute. Is it contribute?
If you make contribution. Contribution is the noun. Contribute is the verb.
Yeah, I didn't see like the back because the back. Contribution. Something with what has necessary abilities or qualities because that's potential.
Yeah.
I still don't know what to mean.
So potential means like it means like it could be great. Like say if I say to you, you have the potential to be a very great writer. It means like at the moment you're still learning, but in the future I can see that you will be a very great writer.
Oh.
Okay. Or you could say that I could say that this is a potential candidate for my next phone. Means I might buy this phone next. Okay. Potential means like it could be
So
in the future.
it's an adjective.
Yeah. And we can also say potentially. And
then
we can use it as a noun too. I could say, well, this is one potential.
wait, I think the detail of feature just confused me. Like,
Feature.
yeah, because
Why?
it's like confusing to have like the explanation like that.
Yeah. So one feature means just something about that thing.
Yeah, it's like word itself, something important aspect.
Yeah. Okay, so discuss these questions with a partner. How often do you log into social media? Well, you already told me you don't. What contribution has social media made to society?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's not very useful for you if you don't use social media. Brainstorm a list of reasons you or people you know have used the internet to collaborate. So, do you use the internet to collaborate with your friends when you're working on something?
No.
No? Okay. Never? You don't
Oh,
even...
sometimes I only use like Outlook.
Yeah, you email, get some ideas and then email it to them, right?
Yeah, no, I just like PowerPoint. We share the PowerPoint.
Yeah. And I guess you can research on the internet and then send the stuff you found to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
All right.
not much.
Look at the title and the subheads of the reading passage on pages 45 to 46. Then skim your first paragraph. What do you think the reading passage is mainly about? Check your answer as you read. We don't have time to, do we? Do we?
No.
We got 7 minutes. Okay, we're going to not skim. We're going to just go straight. Are we? Are we? We don't have quite just the wrong amount of time left.
Who's the?
Oh, that's much too long to quickly do now. Okay, well, let's skim read it, and then you can tell me what you think it's going to be about, and we'll read it properly next week, okay? So wait a second. Get out of it. I remember what this one is. Here. Can you read these options, please?
Look at the title of the subhead of the reading passage on 45 to 46. Then skim the first paragraph. What do you know? Categorize the different ways. I don't know which one.
Okay, so that's why we're going to skim. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm going to give you 1 minute to skim read. Look at the topic sentences, look at the captions and the pictures. That's what skim reading is.
I think it's the B.
B. Sorry. What pages are those on? It was 45.
44.
44. Okay, sorry, I forgot to check before I changed the page.
I think it's B.
Why is this so slow today? Come on. Yeah, I think it could be B. I think it's C.
First, It could be B or C.
Yeah, I think it could be B or C. Or it could be A as well, but no, I think B or C. Okay, so that is about something called crowdsourcing or crowdfunding. Okay, they
Yeah.
use two words. It has two names. It has a few names, but the main ones are crowdsourcing. Whoa! I didn't know that was still going to be there. So your homework today is going to be research. Okay.
Research what?
Yeah. This is called a flipped classroom. It's where you do some research and then tell me about it. You don't have to write a report, just research and take notes, and then you can tell me next week, okay?
Okay.
This homework is research. And what you're researching is, what is crowdsourcing, sometimes known as crowdfunding? Have you heard of that before?
No.
Okay. So that's your homework. Look for it. So just research. You probably won't find much in books. So you're going to have to try to use Google, or any Baidu is also fine. You can find out its Chinese name and research in Chinese and then tell me in English. That's fine too. That's the beautiful thing about speaking two languages. Research probably on the internet. This is a very new thing, so there won't be many books. What is crowdfunding? What is crowdsourcing or crowdfunding? Don't write any report or plan yet. We will do a plan, a report the week
Target
after.
always take notes, right?
Yeah. Take lots of notes.
Yeah, but it's like a plan.
We'll do the plan next week. All you're doing at the moment is just finding information, okay? Take lots of detailed notes so you can tell me lots of detailed information next week. Then we will discuss it. You will develop your opinion. Then you will have a main idea for the plan of your next report. Okay?
Okay.
So this part is the research. Just find all the information you can.
Screenshot. Screenshot?
Yep. Did you screenshot?
No. Okay. I'm finished.
Okay, good. Yeah. You've never heard of crowdsourcing before?
Yeah.
Okay. It's quite interesting. It has lots of good uses, like we're about to read about next week. And it also has some people use it, I think, in ways it wasn't supposed to be used. But at the same time, some people would argue that those are the best ways to use it. So, well, you're going to read, you're going to research. Oh, my pen is so broken. I hate this pen. You're going to find out what I'm talking about when you do your research, okay? I don't want to tell you too much. I want you to find it out for yourself. So, have fun. See you next week.
Bye.
Let me just, yeah. Bye-bye.